ladies and gents. I keep getting asked about my polishing process, so this is just a quick rundown. I use an orbital sander, and I've gone through the lower grits dry, so an 80, a 160, 240, 320 and a 400. They were all dry sanded, and I just basically go up, down, up, down, up, down, all the way along, and then I go horizontally the other way, backwards and forwards. So one pass on each grit, dry. Then I hit the wet sand, so an 800, and when I do the wets, I like to soak the table in water so it's sloppy, and I will do the same process, up, down, all the way along, back, crisscross, and it should go like a sludge. Where the surface is being sanded off, it will create like a sludge in the water, and when it gets to that point, that's the optimum cutting for the surface. Clean it off between each wet sand, because you don't want to hit the next grit with that sludge on, so you clean it off, spritz it with the water, and then do your next one. So then I'll go from an 800 to a 1500, 2000, and then a 3000, and then we get to the final pastes. Now, I've discovered these from Palamine. Tony Cave, who makes knives, uses this Yorkshire grit. Fantastic. That's the coarse in the black, that removes scuffs and stuff. That's the microfine for the high glass polish finish, but I do both coats anyway, so it only takes 3 or 4 minutes per paste application. Now, as you can see, the 3000 grit sand, wet sand, has left a matte dull finish on the table. If you wet it, it will go shiny. That's the finish you're going to get after the polish. Now, this polish is not a wax coating. I tried the 3M stuff, and to be fair, I don't rate them at all. You spend so much time polishing them in, and they leave like a wax film on. It's horrible. What you're intending to do is polish the surface of the resin so that it closes all the pores and creates that shine, sealed in, lacquered finish. So when you polish it with just a dry cloth, you'll get the shine. Now, I've started on the coarse grit, and I've got a nice DeWalt buffer. I've set it for 1800, which is in the middle of the range of this, and I've started at this end, and that's just the same process, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all I've got to. So I thought I'd just show you this video. I'm going to try and do it one-handed, but this is a bit awkward to do with two, so it might end up flying off the table, give you all a giggle. But you should see how good this Yorkshire grit is. Now, it's pretty instant. It's a bit slippery. It literally just pops in front of you. You don't have to mess about with it like the 3M stuff. I was not impressed with that 3M at all. Just take the excess off the polishing cloth. And the shine up. It's fantastic stuff. So I'm going to pause it now, and I'm just going to buff it over with the rest of the coarse grit, and then I'm going to do microfine, which is the polished grit, and then I'll let you have a look at it in a second. I've just basically buffed that coarse grit until it's gone. Yeah, just polished it until it disappeared, and that's the first paste level, and it's popped already. Look, a lovely deep shine, crystal clear surface coat. So I'm going to pause it now and I'm going to hit it with that one, which is the microfine, and then I'll give you a quick preview of the end result. And that's finished with the grits. So all the dry sanding, the wet sanding and the grit pastes have been done. And there's still a little bit of residue left on the table. So I've got a fluffy cloth and I've just put a little bit of whiskey on there because I've run out of eco cleaner. Alcohol rub, whiskey is fine. It will just remove the excess residue. Beautiful. Smells lovely as well because the table's warm through the polishing friction, and that whiskey's smells lovely. So residue's off. Clean cloth. Right, this is clean. I'll give it a little bit of elbow grease and a buff. And that is it now. There's no wax coating on it. It's sealed. The table surface is sealed. All the pores have closed up. Right. And there we have it. Pure shine. Lovely. And I'm happy with that. You want to see how well it's sealed. Bit of water on there, just beads off. Give it a wipe. And we're back to glass finish. Well, that's how I polish a table.